Welcome to this edition of Real Estate Update. Here he is, James Wedgeworth. We have not talked since springtime, right?
I know. It's good to get together with you.
It sure is, and I need a little update on how things have gone this summer. We're now into the fall season. How was the market?
Well, one of the best metrics we can use is what we call days on market. In other words, how long does it take to sell your home? I did a little study on that because I figured you would ask me that. Pre-COVID in 2019, the median number of days on the market was 96.
It sounds like a long time now.
Okay. In 21, it dropped to 23 days. In 22, it was 24 days.
Okay.
In 23, it was 44 days. And so far this year is 58 days. So you can see it's taking a little longer to sell your home. But if you go back to 2010...
That was when the market was not good at all.
It was 186 days. So it's 58 days now, and people get a little frustrated.
Sure.
But still, that is not a lot of time compared to traditionally what it's been.
Absolutely, because you look, as you say, your figures there, 2019, that was over 3 months.
Yeah.
2024, we're looking at close to 2.
2 months.
But as you say, I mean, 2010, you'd be waiting a long
6 months.
time. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about what's impacting. I mean, we know COVID made everything insane and stuff was flying. Mm-hmm. But what has made the numbers increase in 2024 to days on the market?
Okay, we have more inventory, and we all know, but still the inventory is low. 58 days is still traditionally a very short time compared to my 43 years of selling real estate on Hilton ad. There's not many years that we've been able to say that.
Let me ask you this. Do you have to kind of get people's mindsets into realizing it's not going to go in a week now or 2 weeks, but it will sell? Do you have to kind of re-educate people? Or are they saying, oh, I wish I had sold?
Okay, here's what people say. I'm glad you asked that question. When I go, somebody calls and says, I want to sell my house. And I get there, and before I can even sit down at the table, they say, oh, we should have sold in 22.
And remember when they wanted to wait?
Yeah.
Because they thought things would keep getting better?
Well, that's human nature.
Yeah.
And I go, not necessarily. In 22, it didn't take long to sell your house, and you had multiple offers and things like that. But the market is still very fundamentally strong. Inventory, and we can talk about inventory.
Next segment,
Next segment, is still relatively low. The market has had a lot of things go against it. You've got higher insurance, higher taxes, you got all these higher interest rates, these things that are headwinds. But in spite of all those things, the market's being driven by the fact that people are moving here and they keep coming here.
Let me ask you about interest rates. Have you seen any change since the Fed dropped the interest rate?
We haven't noticed any change, so to speak. Now, you got to keep in mind that in 21 and 22, interest rates were 2 7/8 or 2 3/4, and then they went to 7. So they dropped down a little, but they're still a lot higher than they were back when the market was hot.
Yeah.
Now what that causes people to do is not sell, because I got a bunch of people that would like to buy a new house, but their payment is going to go up so much more that they're staying in the house they're in just because the payment's going to triple.
Do you have people that are in that mode where people will now say to you, I should have done it then, but I'll do it now? Do you have people that also say to you, I'm going to just wait to see if the tide's going to turn and things will go crazy again? Or what's the attitude you're hearing from people?
I don't think most people think that it's going to go crazy in the short run, next couple of years.
Not like it did.
That was an unbelievable situation, we'll have to admit. Nobody predicted it. We thought it was going to bankrupt us. It did just the opposite. So most people don't think that. Probably most people put a little too much emphasis on interest rate. So if they dropped the interest rate 0.25%, they saw that's going to improve the market. And maybe it should, but it doesn't.
Not that much.
No.
All right, you're going to come back. Give us specifics because people love hearing your take on what's going on in each community.
We'd be glad to.
Okay, as far as compared to the years before. We will be right back.